Roughly 5 years ago now, I actually went through a pretty extensive strategic planning process. The initial aspect of which was to understand our culture, right, our history. So the agency's roots actually go back, interestingly enough, to the Great Depression. So in LaPorte, two brothers had started a life insurance agency that had grown over the years. Then there have been a number of mergers, acquisitions.
Okay.
And then many of us have joined, within the last 15 years or so. Within the planning process, then we said we want to understand why we were successful historically, honor that, but then also grow, innovate. So our focus on community really is just sort of a kind of homage to the founders of the organization.
I think what Kirk said is exactly right. It's attracting people who really want to help stay in the community, build the community, be a part of the community. And I think some places you go, there is no sense of that being out in there. And to be able to go out and help people who are part of everything you're doing, being part of the other businesses, being able to help their businesses in return, it kind of all just comes full circle.
So again, in the process of understanding what's made us successful, for example, we started in LaPorte, Michigan City, even Valparaiso. Our entry here years ago was due to acquisition. There's a number of different sort of strategic pillars around how we want to serve those communities. Hobart, most recently, we moved into roughly 2 years ago,
Okay.
again, by acquisition. Our leadership and ownership group, our average weighted ownership age is roughly 43, 44 years old,
Okay.
which
Pretty
in our
young.
in our
I was gonna
industry,
say.
skews young. So we feel like we're well positioned to be an acquirer of agencies that have not planned for for the next step or for perpetuation. So that's one part of it, but then also organically to just sort of take our values into other communities, we feel is a strategy we can replicate based upon finding, again, leaders, folks
Yep.
that care about the communities. And so you hear a lot about, you need to be in Chicago to attract talent. And there's no question there's a massive amount of talent in a place like Chicago. But what we found, there's also a lot of equally talented individuals that want to raise their children in communities such as
Here.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we think it's actually a competitive advantage to be serving communities, such as Valparaiso and Hobart,
Yep.
LaPorte, Michigan City. So our growth plan is just to kind of continue on in that fashion.